Wind finds no purchase as it falls through its own caress. Love soars from nowhere to nowhere, weaving a song that has no end or beginning. But we hear our names when love sings. Like this, we say. I move my arm across the sky and see and feel life to be a edgeless 3D light fabric, transparent and sublimely beautiful. And the dream sings itself like this. Infinite ocean soars through itself, kisses itself, paints itself as beautiful through your eyes. Water ripples through water and cannot see its own wetness without your eyes. You can feel this aliveness that you are. Sky draws a line in sky with sky, informs you, outforms you. It's all sky, unfathomable. Falling through this dream of aliveness, aware of aliveness, aware of awareness. Scintillating iridescence is not separate from the water or its wetness. Beyond words, there is not even nothing. The feeling that there is something unspeakable is the knowing deep down that nothing can be known, that there is no one separate to know, to grasp, to gather the sky into your heart. The feeling that there is something other than this is the knowing feeling deep down that there are no things, and the dream of separation is a dream made up, and you, a choiceless hologram with no things from which to choose. You know this, but cannot grasp it. It is unthinkable that there are no things, no time, no beauty, no love, no self, no other, no more, no next. There is no ultimate truth, nor lies, no wrong or right. This perfect love slides through itself. A tidal wave of vastness soars. In the hush before dawn, trees embrace this stillness, holding vastness in their naked branches. Cricket song is over, robins sleep. Last wisp of moon sails over the canyon wall, leaves the bird bath that gathered moonbeams all night empty. Sun cannot bask in its own warmth or see its own light. Does the wind hear itself? Can water know its own wetness? A mirror without a reflection is not a mirror. Without the lens of self, there is no light or warmth or wind-kissed beauty. You are the light of the world. Through you, love and beauty enter the universe. Under the doormat, you found a key. Like the magic stone you carried in your pocket long ago, you just knew it would bring the shower of rainbows you longed for. The rock and brass got polished with hope. How beautiful the belief in other, better, more, and next, and in a magic door that will lead you there. What would you be without it? A lifetime swirls in the glass. I bathe in sunset. The song of crystalline waters is memories flowing, crashing into thoughts of an imaginary future, creating an illusion of a center. There is not even nothing here or there, drinking deeply this magnificence, saturated with awe, inseparable from the dance of two-ness, swallowing oneness, swallowing two-ness, oneness, another idea like you. This is too simple for the mind to grasp, and too terrible to consider, that the imaginary persona cannot change the brain from which it and all thingness springs. Your known world is made of words, and no rearranging of them will slice up the sky and put it back together. I was hanging by unseen threads, looking for a path through the deep, deep, dark night. I fell through the sides of my face and found no middle, nor other side of darkness. Only a cricket song seemed to stitch together points of light into a tapestry of wonder. But it too lost its foothold and fell into the stars. which had fallen out of their homes. Unraveling, unraveling, there was no hand to grasp the needle as it stabbed my heart again and again, until there was no inside or outside to this song of light and dark. Blood-stained and tattered, I am an ordinary woman who sees all as extraordinary. I cannot see myself, for there is nothing here or there, but when you call my name, it is love singing. And we find each other in the wetness of our eyes. Reflections spinning, I get dizzy. When I see your beauty, we are echoes whirlpooling, a call and answer love song, sky written, dissolving into its own embrace. What is the sound of moonlight? What is the wind? Where is the wind that swooned through the long summer grasses late one night long ago, where I lay weeping? Where is yesterday's sunrise? What is in between a kiss and your lips? Where is the inside of this poem? My heart is the sound of flowers weeping. Wind flowers, petals fall softly, spiderweb of moonlight, footfalls on the sidewalk. I looked for a way that had no path, and tried not to try to stitch all the words I had passionately read together into a love song that would slay me and pierce my heart forever, until time lost its grasp on nothing, until love stopped my breath and my heart and wrote its elegant name in the empty spaces without letters or sounds or symbols, so that I might hear the soundless music that seemed to move me and the stars paint the endless sky. But when love eviscerated me and skinned me alive, even love ran away. There was not even nothing under the skin. My very nakedness clothed nothing. Not even emptiness was left. There were no stars or anything to move them. There was no sky or mountains to climb. There was no sea to cross. There were no sides, no ground of being, nor anyone to find or lose love. Nothing I had read could prepare me that there were no things, nor anyone to grasp or let go. After the tsunami, I found myself washed on the beach, wandering the edges of a shoreless sea. I can find my footprints in the sand only when there is someone to walk with. All lines in the sand are drawn with sand. Wind blows them away and sails through itself. Life flows through me as me. It's utterly amazing that life happens all by itself. Knowing and feeling this, life is like a love song singing itself through my lips. How beautiful to recognize the beauty of recognizing beauty. I try to carve a window in my chest, so when you look inside, you don't see a heart-shaped mirror. You see only your unutterable beauty. Love's softness has no edges. It ripped through me, sucked me through its searing teeth of light, gnawed on the sweetness in the marrow of my being, burned all ideas of something sacred, something just, something true, some place safe, something called love. Sorrow has no edges. My cries cut the moon into pieces. Falling through my echo, I watched my sunset ask me to dance. How big was my shadow when I waltzed with myself? Reflections of reflections on the canyon walls, twisting, twirling, bending, stretching, ebbing and flowing within my own embrace. A pirouette of wind erased my footprints as we touched the evening of warm desert sands. Sorrow has no end, nor love. Joy, another word for nothing but this evening song in the hollow of moon. No one goes anywhere or nowhere. It's just reflections shimmering on this lake of flight. Memory kisses itself, creating an imaginary island of solidity. But there is no one sailing this boat, no wings or sails to unfurl and catch the sunset. No wheel spins, no anchor to fall into the fathomless depths and find no ground to land on. Just this yellow mug, steam curling like hands combing through and cradling space. Morning streams over the canyon ridge, kisses the tall pines and the finches gathering at the feeder. Poems are my love songs, skipping stones across the sea. I am in love with the ripples. There are no true words, true a word like pure, hanging moonlight on a pine tree. Words are ladders to the stars, stars are words, small suns, light, a word. Words create the darkness, and a person who wants to climb out of it. All words have been spoken, countless mouths have moved like mine. My lips kiss the sun and moon, my heart swallows the sky. Love is a word that fills the world, pouring letters through the gap in your door, left unanswered on the floor of your heart. Oh, the stamps are so beautiful. They smell like lightning in the dark. They sound like a symphony that no one wrote. They feel like sounds boomeranging through this emptiness. A love dance awaits. Sound has no outline or inline. Two hands ripple over the lake, weaving a cat's cradle of a song in motion, pouring light into a cup. You long to drink, but the glass shatters. How could it hurt so much when it was only water reflecting your face? Space itself seems to break apart, but it was only a love song that forgot to mention your name. Love crocheted tiny buds under my skin, pinpricks like stars in the night, waiting to explode, to bloom. The fully flowering of joy requires deep, deep sorrow. Colors dance only in me, tears have no label. What is this wetness that watered the buds? Where was the light they ran to meet joyously? Dark and light kissed and disappeared into immeasurable blankness. And the stars reappeared as reflections in your eyes, and I saw myself dancing. You and me, light and dark. This magic is love, is rainbows twirling on the tip of your tongue. The blending of silence, leaves in the morning wind, first robin. No birds, no wind, no morning, not even nothing under these words. Poems written with sounds, I feel them resonate in the chambers of my heart, vibrate my tongue and teeth and lips. A nautilus unfolds, daffodils blossoms. Many autumns ago the bulbs were planted, but I fell off the timeline between earth and sky. 1,000 suns explode. 1,000,000 schools of fish dart and turn. The world races to the sound of your voice. Catapulting dreams across the sky, incised by rainbows, colors melt into endless blue. Every shard of hope for other dashed, pelted into infinity. There is nothing eternal, no things to change. Not one atom of water is its wetness, wet a word that is not wet. I am a flowing poem, a love song caressing the universe into being. Trying to understand emptiness substantiates the belief that it is a thing and that you are a thing separate from it and all other things. Everyone's voice, everyone's fire ascending, cascading into this river of song, endless hands cupping the water, remarking at the light wetness seems to hold. Dreams unfold dreams. What peels away the paint of this passion play? What unravels the letters of these words, these missives tossed into the waters? What dissolves these moving pictures? How deep is sky? How wide this love? I am a fire in the house of love. I am your heart song, and you are mine. I sing these words so that I may lie inside of you and feel your softness dance. A bud, a flower, a song. Roots reach, roots reach through the soles of your feet, flourish in the fathomless depths of unknowing. Branches extend through your fingertips into sky. Sky reaches down and swallows you. Petals flutter in your heart, waiting for the sun to rip you naked. I love your beautiful clothes that no one is wearing. On trembling paper wings, breath of sunlight flows. Sigh of morning gently, gently opens my eyes, kisses my heart under the green canopy of spring-laced sky. Heartbeats echo through this empty shell of translucent memories. Fingertips cannot draw themselves or erase the clouds. There is nothing inside or outside this illusion of tears, weeping for no one, weeping for everyone. I have never been anything or nothing. Unending awe seems to describe a circle that has no end or beginning nor center. It spins and subsumes all in its embrace. It does not come from me, but encircles me, an idea of a me, and without your spinning, there is no dance. I bathe in after images of robin song. I am rippling photographs of echoes, blooming, fading. Plum blossoms fall through me. Words paint light and dark, and a lone figure walking down the sidewalk, kicking through piles of old leaves, in love with the day, swooning through my shadow, gentle piercing awe of the streaming dream that sings me. All my life I longed to hear a song I had never heard, like longing for a memory of something I never experienced, longing for a taste that did not exist, yet feeling like I had a tongue that could taste it. I feared this desire. I felt it was slicing my heart, and nothing could ever glue the pieces together. But now I know I am this longing, this broken-hearted beauty, this longing to touch you, to sing to you, knowing I never can. I know that we are imaginary personas, masks that no one wears. I know that I do not exist without you, and I love you for that. No one lives in this suit of skin and bones. No one lives inside this broken heart. This intense feeling of aloneness is you. You can never touch another or get inside an imaginary other. You are this longing to touch. What makes this aloneness and this longing sublime, knowing and feeling that all separation is imaginary. Rolling through infinite color, the spectrum of time and place meets at both ends. What's left when the dancing stops, and rainbows are simply echoes of sky? Which green do you take out of the crayon box to scribble over your face when you know you can no longer hide? On the other side of the mirror, death watches, mimics the movement of your hands as you try to wipe the mirror clean. Wisteria unwinds through the breath of old lovers. New lovers sing. I hold the song of spring in my mouth, taste the flowers falling, colors swirl into my tears. Love has no words, it is every word. Collapsing into itself, it leaves not a breath to hold or release. Seeing itself, feeling itself, tasting itself, through my eyes, my skin, my tongue. This voice that is all voices, this tongue that is all tongues, these eyes that are all eyes, weep the sorrow of aloneness, and we are its echo. The imaginary veil became transparent. I get to feel it all deeply. Awe fills the tender hollows in this song and saturates the pain. Life never happened to a someone as she wandered the garden looking for signs of spring. She does not wait for tomorrow. Death has unfurled its wings. Love's kiss swallowed her. A lone traveler walks the empty horizon. There is no place left to hide from her aloneness. Wind tugs the loose end of her hair, unweaving the threads of time and place and number. Her flying carpet dissolves into sky. It was only a dream that there was somewhere to go. Colors and shapes seemed to form and dissolve. There was never any solidity. She weeps in the cathedral of sun and moon and deep, deep greens. All is lost and no thing can be found. Love unwinds her shadow. Watercolor dreamscape melts into itself. She soars through edgeless seas. Water slides through its own wetness. How the sun shines just so. From below and above and in between. From within, from without. There are no lines. All direction has been lost. White seabird lands on forgotten drifting flowers. She no longer longs to be free. It has all become freedom. There are no things to be bound. Words unclothe themselves, reveal a nakedness whose paint has not dried. The body longs for food, but the emotional hunger dried up years and years ago. The empty thirst for freedom and fulfillment retired when the vessel began to overflow with a love light that came from nowhere and everywhere. There were no wheres to be found, only a choiceless murmuring. Yes, how beautiful this love. Butterfly iridescence ripples through liquid light and drinks me as I drink deeply. I am intoxicated with knowing that life does itself and has no separate parts, no morning, noon, and evening, no night that does not permeate the day, dark and light, simply words like you and me and love. Holding the words in my mouth like a small, ripe plum, tart and sweet explode. But it is all sweetness, this ripeness of life, this taste of taste that requires imaginary membrane between inside and out. Closer than the tongue in your mouth is this knowing of this sublime emptiness you wish to grasp. Nakedly, love peers into your eyes and asks you to dance. What is she staring at? There is nothing there. Dreaming of plum blossoms, a naked tree. Love's coloring book painted the sky so vast it ripped space and time apart and plummeted into my chest, seared my feet like lightning, poured its brilliance into the ground, exploded the very core of earth, and evaporated all ideas of solidity. Where were my feet walking when she called my name? I heard only my echo drifting across the evening sands. Clouds on fire burnt the sky. Space fell apart into a million pieces of gold. My head exploded. My heart dissolved. Time unleashed itself and ran into the sunset. I could not chase it, as I had no feet. There was no path to the edge of unknowing. But it swallowed me anyway, swallowed the earth and sky, and drank vast, limitless seas. It was love's empty breath that sang the world into being and found me wandering the beaches, weeping. Not here, not there. I am memories of cloud shadows racing across the dunes.